What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here, bringing you some more Series 12 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. Today we are taking part in the Littleroot Lessons Team League. So for those of you that don't know what Littleroot Lessons is, it's a really great online community for VGC that primarily is focused on preparing people for in-person events. They're doing their first ever team league, and I am part of the Chicago Double Darms, led by a lot of people. We have a very big front office, and I don't 100% know everyone on the team, which is fine. But we are being led by Ro. For those of you who don't know Ro, I'm better than him in every single way, and that's all you really need to know. So talking about my team for it, I really wanted to use Necrozma, Duskmane, and Xerneas. I also really wanted to use Chansey Shuckle because I have a type. So I just thought these restricteds were really solid pairing with it. Necrozma obviously having that Prism armor really helps with longevity, and it gives us a really solid Trick Room option, right? Being able to go for Trick Room and then use Steel Spikes as well as Quakes to just really start getting as bulky as possible. So next up, we have Xerneas. So Xerneas is pretty straightforward here. Oh god, my drift is horrible. The one thing of note, or the fun part, if I can ever get my controller to do what I want it to do, is that we have Psych Up on Xerneas, so we can copy all of the evasion boosts from Chansey, which I thought was pretty fun. Next up is Chansey. We all know what it does. It minimizes. I do have stored power here. It's just a personal preference for hitting ghosts. We also do have healer in the event that my opponent has something like an Amoonguss, and we want to avoid sleep. Next up is Shuckle. Shuckle also just a really fun option. We all know what it does. It has guard split, it has power split, and it also has infestation for trapping, just to lock my opponents in. We do have the mental herb as the item, just in case there is something like a prankster taunt or something to try and stop our shenanigans. Next up is Meowstic. Meowstic is one of my favorite Pokemon for Chansey and Shuckle, mainly because of the fact that it has prankster and skill swap. If I can ever get to that screen. But basically what that lets me do is it lets me put my what's it called? My prankster onto other Pokemon. It can do fun things like let Xerneas set up Geomancy. And it also has really good support, right? It has access, god, this is horrible. It has access to dual screens, which I can't show because of this drift. I'm going to swap out this controller. This is a pro controller, by the way. They're not supposed to have this problem. So yeah, we have dual screens as well as T-Wave just to really help us get set up. And then finally, we have Lipard. So Lipard is, once again, a Trick Room enabler. If we go for a max guard and then go for a copycat, that will let us set up Trick Room early, so that can be really helpful. We also do have Fake Out as well as Snarl and Burning Jealousy. So I will have the link to the Littleroot Lessons Discord in the description. And with that, let's just get rocking and rolling and move into the games. All right, looking at my opponent's team, it is going to be Trick Room, right? It is going to be Palkia with that Calyrex that we know and love, with P2, Amoonguss, Tapu Fini, and Incineroar. So, Palkia, Ice, P2, Amoonguss, Fini, and Incin. So what? What do I want to do here? Necrozma's really nice. I'm going to lead Chansey because I want to. I think Chansey with Necrozma is probably my best bet. Let's bring Shuckle in the back, and then Xerneas is nice, but I don't think it's necessary here. I could bring let's bring Xerneas. Let's have some fun with it. So we're gonna do Chansey, NDM, Shuckle, and what is the other thing I brought? Zern. So just gonna let my team know that we're starting. Okay, so we're seeing an Incin with an Amoonguss. I very much expect to see a potential Fake Out and double up into that slot. So I'm going to I'm just going to try and get some damage onto this, what's it called? This Amoonguss. Even if you put my Chansey to sleep, like, so what? We're going to see the taunt come out. So that is another way to stop Chansey. So taunt is taunt. Lead. That's also fine. I'm fine just to go for damage. Something should be going to sleep. That's going to do a decent chunk to Necrozma. And we are going to be put to sleep here. So that's fine, right? Like, go for the taunt. I don't really care. I'm going to go for a Seismic Toss onto the Amoonguss. Right, I think it's fine to target down the Amoonguss. I'm not really worried about the Incineroar. We are going to see the Flare Blitz, though, come out. So, doing a good amount of damage, and more importantly, proccing my weakness policy. So, we do have Healer, so we do have the chance of getting a lot of chances to wake up, which is a really big deal, right? We should probably see the Amoonguss go for a Spore into my Necrozma, right? Just trying to get the knockout that way. As we're going to see the Foul Play actually come out. So that's cool to see. Just going to knock out my Necrozma there. Amoonguss, Foul Play. So we can bring out the Xerneas here. So I think what we want to do is we want to try and go for Protect. And we basically just want to get rid of the Xerneas. I mean, not the Xerneas, the Amoonguss. And so I think, right, if we go for a Seismic Toss here and go for Protect with the Xerneas, we should be fine. We also, like, could have set up. I don't think that that's necessarily the end of the world, as we will see Calyrex come out here. Calyrex is fine with me. Right, I think the main objective right now is getting rid of this Amoonguss, because I think once the Amoonguss is gone, we're in a good spot. They very well could go for, what's it called, the damage into my, what's it called, or they could go for the Spore into my Chansey, which isn't the end of the world. We are going to see the Spore, and luckily, right, it is going to go into, what's it called, into my Xerneas. And so at this point, I think I'm fine to start going for a Minimize here, and then a Moonblast, I'm hoping, is going to be enough to KO this, what's it called, this Amoonguss. We are going to see it withdraw, most likely into the Incineroar. Yep, we are going to see the Incineroar come out here. That's totally fine with me, right? We are just trying to set up really well for, what's it called, our Chansey in the end game, as we are going to be able to get off that Moonblast. I'm guessing the Calyrex wants to go for, that's good damage. We're going to see a Swords Dance reveal here. Calyrex Ice has Swords Dance, and more importantly, the Calyrex is faster than my, what's it called, than my Amoonguss. So what I'm going to actually do here is I'm going to go for another Minimize. I do expect to see potentially a, what's it called, a max from the Calyrex, right? A max Quake into the Chansey, which is fine with me, right? We should hopefully be able to take that. Just trying to think of what we want to do here. We're going to actually see, interestingly, no Protect, suggesting to me you're going for a second Swords Dance, as you are going to fire off a taunt into the Incineroar, as Glacial Lance going to come out here, so that's totally fine with me. They are going to hit the Chansey, which is not fine, right? We hate to see that. As Chansey going to survive, which is really clutch, right? We're going to get to +4 here. And so now we have a choice, right? We can go for a Geomancy on the Xerneas, but actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually try to Soft Boiled, and I'm going to try and psych up my Chansey just to get the evasion boost onto the Xerneas, with the idea that we can try and just dodge some hits that way, right? We could very well see, what's it called, them going for damage into the Xerneas, or not into the Xerneas, into the Chansey, just trying to get the knockout and get the boost. And so what I'm hoping to kind of do, right, is set up for us in the end game. I think what we want to kind of probably play for next time is just really aggressively trying to get the Chansey set up. But we are going to be able to copy that boost. So now, right, we have the +4 evasion, as we do see the Max Quake. I'm hoping that's going into, yep, it is going to go into the Chansey. So Chansey, unfortunately, going to go down here, but we can bring out the Shuckle, which can let us go for, what's it called? A guard split onto this, Calyrex to try and reduce how much damage it can do. And then if we can successfully stall out its max, right, we can go for a Xerneas sweep. So I don't think it's necessarily over. It's just looking very, very unfavorable. But I do want to go for a power split onto this Calyrex, as well as just try and get the Geomancy off onto the Xerneas. Just trying to really, like I said, put us in a good position, so that way if something like the Amoonguss wants to switch back in, we can deal with it. We could see a double up into the okay, so what I'm afraid of is a double up into the Shuckle. I think you have to recognize that Xerneas is a threat. We very well could just see the Xerneas get knocked out here. So we probably should have protected, in all honesty. But it's fine. We do have Liepard in the back, which can definitely help us out pretty significantly. As we're going to see the taunt come out from the Shuckle. That's perfect, right? We do have, what's it called? That Mental Herb, so we can avoid getting taunted. So I'm hoping now that the Calyrex going for the Hailstorm into the Shuckle. It is going to be into the Xerneas, so that's going to get knocked out, which is unfortunate, right? We haven't really used our max, but we can at least power split into the Calyrex to reduce the amount of damage it can do, and we can kind of go from there. So okay, so game one did not work the way we wanted it to. We've learned something here. We adjust. That's what we do here. Amoonguss and Incineroar is very scary. We know that you have access to a lot of different things. We do have access to Meowstic. So that's something that we have working for us. So the question now, yeah, how do we adjust? How do we beat Incineroar? We do have Liepard. Liepard, I think, can offer us some stuff. We always take the lead card. Let's play with the same rules. Let's go for a Necrozma, as well as Necrozma with Liepard, I think is fine. We could do Meowstic too. Meowstic is a fine option. Do we have Fake Out? We don't have Fake Out on the Liepard, which is a little bit unfortunate. I mean, not on the Liepard, on the Meowstic. I do expect to see the same lead from my opponent, so that is going to be a little bit scary, but not the end of the world. I think what we want to do is we want to do Necrozma Liepard with Chansey Shuckle is tempting. We do have to worry about that Amoonguss, but we do have ways around it, I think. Do we? Not really. We could bring Meowstic and just like kind of Thunderwave things and hope for the best. So I'm gonna do that actually. I'm gonna lead Chansey with Meowstic. Just try to get some lucky paralysis off. We're not going for gold here. Bring our save Necrozma in the back, and then let's bring Xerneas again. I think if we had protected and then gone for if we had protected and then power split into the Calyrex like we should have, we would have been in a lot better of shape. But you know, we made the choice, and so we're living with the consequences of it. Let's see here. Probably, yeah, we're gonna see the same leads. It is to be expected, right? You are just really worried about what can happen here, so probably expecting to see where it's probably expecting to see a taunt come out from the Incineroar, so that's fine with me. I am still going to click minimize. You might try to stop the Meowstic, and I'm going to go for it. I don't have a reason not to. We're going to see the Fake Out. It is going to go into the Meowstic, which is unfortunate. Meowstic going to flinch there. We are going to at least be able to get the minimize off with Chansey, so getting the immediate evasion boost is huge, especially with taunt. Perfect, right? We now can fire off a second minimize, and I'm going to go for the skill swap onto the Chansey. That way we can get the healer onto it too. And now, right, we have Prankster, which is huge for us because we can go first. And the healer is on the Meowstic, which is a really big deal. So we can sort of pivot that way. We're going to see the parting shot come out. It is going to go into the Meowstic. A little bit unfortunate for sure. This suggests to me that you're probably going to bring out a Calyrex. But yeah, you should bring out your Calyrex here. We might want to max Chansey because we can't really let you get off a Swords Dance. Probably going to see a Spore into the, I'm guessing into the Meowstic slot. We are going to see the Spore. It is going to go into the Chansey. That's actually fine with me. I do want to probably set up a T-Wave. I'm going to go for the T-Wave here. I'm just going to keep clicking minimize. I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave onto the Calyrex. We could potentially see a Rage Powder. We are going to see the Rage Powder, so a little bit unfortunate there, right? You are going to be able to deal with some of my hits just a little bit better. It really does not help that Meowstic has no damaging options, but getting the T-Wave off right into the Meowstic is going, or into the into the Amoonguss is huge. We are going to see the obvious Sword Stance here. And so what I'm hoping for is to stall out this max as effectively as possible. We are going to be able to go for, let's just keep going for the minimize. I want to set up a Reflect here. I'm hoping that with the Reflect, we can survive the Hailstorm and then just go for a Soft Boiled. That's fine, right? You are just trying to get us distracted. We should hopefully be able to set up this Reflect. And then, like I said, my plan really is to wait until Calyrex's max is over and then try and sweep from there. We are going to see the Glacial Lance. It is going to hit into the Meowstic, but like I said, I'm hoping that with the Reflect boost, we are going to be able to survive. Survey says no, Meowstic did not survive, but it did set up for us, which we love to see. And so now we can, what we want to probably try to do is we want to bring out Necrozma. And so what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to Seismic Toss into the Amoonguss and then get it in range where a what's it called, a Steel Spike will get the knockout. And so we can go for Protect here, and then I'm hoping, like I said, if we can Steel Spike it and get the KO there, that should put us in a position where we can eat some of these hits a little bit better. We do have to worry about, yeah, we are going to see this Calyrex get nice and big. So it is definitely a little bit scary for sure, right? We know that you have access to a lot of moves. You are at +3. We do have a Reflect Up though, so that should help. And so, right, we do also have access to Priority Seismic Toss. I mean, not Seismic Toss, Priority Soft Boiled. So that really should hopefully help mitigate some of the damage, as we will fire off a Protect. Like I said, we could see a lot of different stuff coming out here. We're going to see the Hailstorm going into the Chansey, which is fine, right? I'm hoping that with the Reflect, we don't survive. That was not supposed to happen. We were supposed to survive that. We did not. So what happens here? We, God, Chansey's so bad. What do we do here? Oh, we don't even have Shuckle. We only have Xerneas. We bring out Xerneas here. We go for a Protect on Xerneas. We try. Okay, so hear me out. We just keep protecting. Right? We max. I feel like we have to Steel Spike into the Amoonguss. I was hoping to get the knockout. We're going to see the Amoonguss withdraw. This is definitely going to be into the Incineroar. So we fell straight into that one. You know, it is what it is. We take the mistakes we make and we roll with them. So they are going to be able to knock our attack down. More importantly, they're also going to be able to Quake and one-shot into my Necrozma. So my Necrozma is not going to be able to do anything. And we're going to waste a max, which is fine, right? We can try and get the defense boost on Xerneas. If we can go for the double protect, right? Hear me out. We double protect. We do have Prism Armor. So there is a chance we survive this hit. It's not very high, but it is non-zero, I think. Actually, it's probably 0. We're going to fire the Steel Spike off huge into the Incineroar, doing more than I thought, given that we are at -1. We should, I'm guessing, be taking a Quake right now. I'm hoping, like I said, with the Prism armor, we are able to survive. We're actually going to see, no, we're seeing the Hailstorm come out into the Xerneas. Makes sense, right? Oh my goodness, Xerneas goes down. So big critical hit there, knocking out my Xerneas. So now we, what do we want to do? We probably want to max guard here. So this is what I'm thinking, right? We max guard to waste Calorex's last turn. Then we max guard, then we Steel Spike into the Calyrex, have it trigger the Babiri Berry, have it live, have it KO us. But at least we tried. We're going to see the Incineroar withdraw. So even better, right? The Amoonguss comes out. But yeah, I think we're fine. We should have Steel Spiked, but we're going to see the Hailstorm actually. So really not trying to trigger my policy here. Which, right, it makes sense, right? You are just so strong at this point. Did I even set up a Reflect? I don't even know. But it's fine, right? We're gonna, I do expect the Amoonguss potentially to switch out. We're gonna click Steel Spike into the Calyrex, calling the Incineroar switch in. I would switch it into the Incineroar, but at this point, like, I don't really know what's happening. So we're having fun with it, and that's what matters. We are gonna see the Amoonguss withdraw. We're going to see, yep, the Incineroar going to come out here. So luckily we are able to at least call that right. None of this is going to matter because we are just like about to get absolutely wrecked. Like I said, there's the Babiri Berry that we know and love. But yeah, the Babiri Berry going to come out, going to just absolutely help this Calyrex. It is also like a -2 max Steel Spike, so right, we're really not doing much. And at this point, right, a high horsepower should probably pick up the knockout. But no, we're going to see the Swords Dance instead, right? Just saying, hey, let's try and get as strong as possible. Not really leave anything up to chance, which I respect, right? You're playing the win, and you're doing just quite that. And so here we are. We're going to protect. Yeah, we go for the protect here for the inevitable switch out from Incineroar into the Amoonguss. Just trying to pin the slot as actually no switch out. So that's cool to see. But like I said, we are going to see the Babiri Berry. We could see the Trick Room, right? Just trying to guarantee you survive. As yeah, we are going to see the Trick Room. And so now our main option here is 5 turns of protect in a row. But also, actually, hear me out, right? If you don't KO me, I get my weakness policy triggered. I go back to neutral. I don't KO you, and then I lose. But we at least got an attack off. As high horsepower going to come out, this is going to KO. This doesn't KO. Okay, so this doesn't KO. It will trigger the weakness policy. We're going to go back to neutral, like I said, but it's not going to do nearly enough damage because the Ensign is going to be Shuka Berry. No Shuka on the Ensign. So we do, unfortunately, not manage to get a single KO in this set, as the Flare Blitz should be more than enough to finish us off. We do survive. No burn. Perfect. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to protect for 3 turns in a row. No, we're going to... You know, they could miss high horsepower. So we're gonna do that. They're gonna go for the Glacial Lance, not even chance it. Which I respect, but you know, it is just what it is. We're gonna see the Incineroar withdraw. Okay, so there's a chance here, right? It's gonna be Tapu Fini. We should probably, like I said, see the Glacial Lance to not even chance it on a miss. But yeah, it looks like we're unfortunately going to lose this one pretty badly. I would say, but it's fine. I got to use Chansey, which I love to do, and that, you know, just is the way it is. We're gonna have other weeks, and that's what matters. So definitely, like, keep an eye out for more of those coming. Shout out to my opponent. Played very well, like the team. I think it was a lot of fun stuff, and yeah, with that, until next time, I hope all of you are wonderful, and I'll see you then.